गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन। आई होप यू ऑल आर डूइंग वेल। मैं आप सबको फिर से दोबारा स्वागत करता हूं। आज टुडे वी हैव अ वेरी स्पेशल गेस्ट, माय वेरी क्लोज फ्रेंड। हमारा दोस्त है, मेरा भाई है, एंड जय कृष्णा सर इज हियर। सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई वेलकम जय कृष्णा सर टू माय चैनल, यूट्यूब चैनल, and sir is with the Zoom session. Along with sir, there are many students have joined in the Zoom session. Those who want to join with the Zoom session, I have shared the link in my Telegram channel. They can go to my Telegram channel, and through that they can log in and come to Zoom session. Now, before I start with the session, let me tell you what basically this session is all about. First thing is that the I will be, giving the heartiest congratulations to sir because of his book today, very present day. Today, sir's World Geography from Daily Publication has been released. So one thing is that sir's book is now in the market. So sir will be talking about his book also there. I will be asking questions. I am as a host. I'll ask the question there. Another thing is, sir will be telling about coming prelims exam topics of geography, Indian geography, world geography, physical geography, which are the important topics. Sir will be telling that, and you can even ask questions from sir. That's what I'm making this session interactive. और आप ये याद रखिएगा, ज्योग्राफी विद इन्वायरमेंट, geography with environment are two very important components where you will get 15 to 20 questions for sure. Question आना ही ना आना है. So you have two persons sitting here, Sir Jayakrishna sir and myself, who will be helping you in that context there. Now about Jayakrishna sir, let me first introduce sir to everyone here. Jayakrishna sir has a experience of teaching more than 15 years, right? He he is such a fine teacher of geography, right? He has taught with many institutes. Right now, sir is with Vision IS Academy, and I am ex-Vision IS teacher, right? Sir is right Vision IS, and I am ex-Vision IS. So both of us have known each other for a long, long time. Before that, in Hyderabad, right, we have been part of the same academy. नारायण IS में पढ़ाया है, उससे पहले लाइफ साइंस भी बहुत सारे जगह पे हम लोगों ने क्लासेस लिया है. तो सर का साथ हमारा संबंध बहुत पुराना है, right? We have been associated for a long, long time. And as a geography teacher, he has been doing a lot of hard work. And at the same time, his book reflect his teaching there. सर का आप अभी जब सुनेंगे आपको पता चलेगा, सब कुछ एजी पता चलेगा. तो सर को फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल सर, वेरी गुड इवनिंग सर, एंड ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ ऑल स्टूडेंट्स आई एम वेलकम यू टू द चैनल सर. सर आप कुछ बोल सकते हैं सर बच्चों को.
Sir, first of all, very thankful, sir. I'm glad to be a member in your YouTube channel right now, sir. In fact, sir, first of all, I will ask one apology from you, sir, because as technologically, I'm not so familiar with all this YouTube and all these things. And many of my students are also asking me to start the YouTube channel. And because of some students, even I initiated that one, sir, under the name called as JAYAKRISHNA Geography. There were hardly some 2000 plus subscribers also there. But
Right.
because of this lack of this acumen, how to handle this YouTube,
Right,
one
sir.
guy was there, he used to manage the videos. Earlier it was going good, but when he got selected as a servant and he went for training, so all of a sudden it got collapsed, sir.
Yes,
Right
sir.
now, it is staying still idle, sir. But I don't, because of lack of knowledge, I didn't maintain the YouTube channel.
हाँ.
It is still there, but not using, sir. And you are, sir. You are a great science and technology faculty. Technically, you
Sir,
are far ahead.
I will help
And
you out, sir. In that case, I will help you out. You have to get back
thank
to
you,
that
sir.
part. No, because sir, if
And
you do that, many students will get benefit for geography. Because geography is a subject which is very technical that need support. So I will
sir,
help you
and
to
moreover,
challenge
it
you.
is
हाँ.
becoming more and more dynamic, sir.
Yes, sir.
Because of the environmental aspects where the geography is becoming more dynamic and students needs to be sharpening their skill in that angle, sir.
Right.
Because since we are in the field for more than 15 years, sir,
Yes.
training a good number of civil service aspirants as well as state civil services aspirants, since we know each other for more than a decade, sir,
Yes, sir.
And it is you, because of you, I am here in Delhi. That's a different story, sir.
सर वो मेरा
Right now, you left me in Vision
मेरा
IAS.
मेरा वो मतलब फर्ज था कि क्योंकि क्या होता है कि एज अ ह्यूमन बीइंग जब भी कोई मेरे पास आता है, वो एक एक दायित्व होता है कि उसको मदद करना चाहिए, हेल्प करना चाहिए। सो दैट्स व्हाट आई बिलीव। क्या जिंदगी क्या है, छोटा सा है, कब है,
Yes,
क्या है।
sir. After
एक
all, what is there in life, sir? If at
यस
all a human is not helping other
सर।
human, there
एंड
is
सर
no survival thing, sir.
यू आर सर सच अ जेम पर्सन दैट आई ऑलवेज, तो मैं नहीं, वो हमेशा ये चीज है। एंड और द पार्ट ऑफ थिंग आई वांट दैट कि ज्योग्राफी एज अ सब्जेक्ट should go to the mass level, people are able to see that.
Yes, sir. And what I would like to tell here in this case, sir, regarding geography, most of the students, I don't know why they are having some means what, some skeptic mindset. Like in the lower classes, they might have faced some problems regarding understanding what is latitude, what is longitude, and all these things. Because of all these things, where the people are not feeling so comfortable.
Right.
But here in the UPSC, geography is altogether a different thing. It's not like going for the basics, it is all application. For what geography is required for a leader? It is not a geography to study geography for the sake of marks. It is
Right,
the
sir.
application oriented geography.
Right, sir.
For a
Right.
civil service aspirant who is aspiring to become a leader, geography is very much important, sir. I
Right, sir.
will quote with one small example, sir. Since it is Chhatrapati Shivaji's Jayanti, I want to
Right.
take the example of Mr. Chhatrapati, sir.
हाँ बिल्कुल सर।
When Mughals were there, the peaks of their power positions, sir, under Aurangzeb, right from Akbar, no one has challenged the might of Mughals. And Aurangzeb was very such a notorious and a very powerful emperor. He was at the peaks of his powerful powerness. No one has dared to challenge Aurangzeb, but it was Shivaji who dared to challenge her because Shivaji knows geography of his region.
Yes.
Aurangzeb came all the way from Delhi to defeat Shivaji, and Shivaji selected the warfare called as guerrilla warfare,
Right.
hiding behind and अचानक वार करना है.
बिल्कुल सर। हाँ।
Because of that sudden attack, because of the knowledge of geography, he won over the mighty ruler called as Aurangzeb, sir.
यस। एक और
For
चीज
a
ऐसे
leader,
कि उन्होंने अपने जो फोर्ट वगैरह बनाए,
हाँ
जितने भी
सर.
फोर्ट वगैरह है, सारा वो ज्योग्राफिकल ऐसे लोकेशंस पे उन्होंने बनाया कि वो भी
Yes,
एक
sir.
warfare के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट था।
If you know, as a leader, if you know geography of your district, you can bring a great change in the society. You can bring a very great economical empowerment to the people.
राइट
In
सर।
this case, sir, we can give good number of live examples in the recent past. I will
राइट।
give one, I want to quote one example where students can quote the same example in their mains exam also. Like recently, our Prime Minister in his Man Ki Baat, he has expressed his gratitude to one of the collector. That name, the name of the collector is Umakant Umrao, who happens to be a collector of a district in Madhya Pradesh. What this collector did, he understand the geography of the region and asked the people, I mean, sorry, asked the farmer to do a small work, like where
राइट
the
सर।
land holding was very large, almost all some 10 acres of land holdings are there for the farmers, yet the farmer is a poor farmer. His economical power is not so great. And
यस।
Umakant Umrao, as a in the capacity of the collector, requested one small farmer to forego 1 acre of land and make the land as a reservoir. Rainfall is good in that area, but the percolation is not there, and so the groundwater levels are not good. That
राइट।
region is in the Bundelkhand, sir. Though the rainfall is high, but the Bundelkhand is known for its a chronic drought-prone area.
राइट सर।
Frequently, the droughts were happening. When droughts were continuously happening, this guy, since collector is also from the farmer's background, he came from the farming family. And so he requested one of the farmer, gave advice saying that why don't you forego 1 acre of land, make it as a reservoir. Whenever the water is there, collect the water and make it as a pond. Because of that small advice, that very farmer right now became economically empowered. By seeing that farmer, entire district became empowered. By seeing the district, the surrounding, the neighboring districts also started doing the same activity. And the entire region became a green revolution district region of Madhya Pradesh. By
Yes, sir.
sensing this one, even Prime Minister identified the best efforts of the collector. Meaning what? One person can change the fate of some lakhs of people, provided if you know geography of that area. So
बिल्कुल.
geography plays a key role.
Yes, sir. That's what I would like to add here. कि why UPSC asks question on geography? Like
Sir.
even a collector, एक IAS ऑफिसर को अपने डिस्ट्रिक्ट के ज्योग्राफी को जानना बहुत जरूरी है.
That's
अब ये
why, sir,
डॉक्यूमेंट.
frequently
हाँ, हाँ, yes, sir.
the questions even in the personality test, whenever the candidates go to the personality test, the questions basically from where they are coming from, what type
Right.
of area they are living in, whether they are living in the red soil region or the alluvial soil region or in the black soil, what happened to that particular area once upon a time when they are not there, what are the key geographical aspects of that particular region, why the questions are asked, whether you are aware of your geography, where you are standing. If at all you are having the awareness, definitely you can bring a greater economic empowerment for the people who are living in that area.
Yes, sir.
If at all you are
No,
not having geographical knowledge, obviously you cannot bring the economic empowerment. It is always the sole and one and the only motive of the people should be making the people economically empowered. Once you are making the people economically empowered in all other fields, they can get empowered by they themselves.
राइट सर. नो सर, ये बात आपने बहुत अच्छा बताया, क्योंकि जैसे मैं हमेशा कहता हूँ क्लास में कि पॉलिटी, इकोनॉमी, ज्योग्राफी, हिस्ट्री, ये जो चार मेजर सब्जेक्ट्स हैं, दे आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर अ सिविल सर्वेंट टू नो.
Yes, sir.
क्योंकि तो क्या कहीं भी चीज है, मतलब अब जैसे मैं एग्जांपल आईपीएस का भी देता हूँ, इंडियन पुलिस सर्विस. अगर उसको ज्योग्राफी नहीं मालूम रहेगा तो वो डेकोइट को कहाँ पकड़ेगा, क्रिमिनल को कैसे जानेगा? अपने एरिया में कहाँ लॉ एंड ऑर्डर सिचुएशन होना चाहिए, उसके
Yes,
पुलिस,
sir.
इस पुलिस को पता होना चाहिए. तो ये
And in
दैट.
fact, sir,
हाँ.
the dacoits are more informed than IPS officers.
यस सर, दैट्स व्हाट सर.
Many of the times it happens.
करेक्ट सर. तो यही मैं कहता हूँ कि स्टूडेंट्स को कोई भी जीएस का सब्जेक्ट ऐसे इंटरेस्ट के साथ पढ़ना चाहिए. कल जाके वो आईएएस ऑफिसर बनता है, आईपीएस बनता है, तो उसको ज्योग्राफी, हिस्ट्री, कल्चर, इकोनॉमी, पॉलिटी, गवर्नेंस, इन्वायरमेंट, टेक्नोलॉजी यूज करना पड़े. उस ढंग से
Yes, sir.
पढ़ाई करना चाहिए सर.
And in fact, sir,
हाँ सर.
yes, sir. I would like to add one more point to this point, sir. Yours delighted point. Like, you have mentioned the four core subjects, sir. In fact, when an aspirant is preparing for the civil services, he should not divide the subjects. Like when I'm reading history, I should be only thinking of historical things. When I'm into geography, I should be thinking only geographical aspects. What are these four subjects, sir? Basically, these four are nothing but they are our past on this piece of land when we are staying right now, in our absence, once upon a time, who were here, who ruled here, history, what type of rule he brought, polity, what type of taxes he used to collect, economy, what type of crops the people used to grow, what type of climatic condition, geography. They are nothing but not the subjects, sir. In fact, they are our past. Whoever understand the past can understand the present condition, which is called as current affairs. Whoever understand the past with the current developments, they alone can predict the future. Whoever
राइट.
is having the ability to predict the future, definitely UPSC will never leave them. It's not like people going towards UPSC, UPSC will come to those people, sir.
यस सर. सर, स्टूडेंट्स हैव कम हियर, सो सर
हाँ सर.
मैं कुछ ये जानना चाहूंगा फ्रॉम द जो मेरे दिमाग में आ रहा है, व्हाट इज कमिंग टू माय माइंड देयर. व्हाट इज रेलेवेंस ऑफ सर वर्ल्ड ज्योग्राफी? लेट्स से इफ आई टेक वर्ल्ड ज्योग्राफी, प्लीज टेल टू द कैंडिडेट्स वन फर्स्ट फॉर प्रीलिम्स एग्जाम कैसा वर्ल्ड ज्योग्राफी का क्वेश्चन आता है, क्या क्या टॉपिक्स इस बार का 2024 के लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है, वेयर द क्वेश्चंस कैन बी आस्क्ड विद द वर्ल्ड ज्योग्राफी. और दूसरा क्या है कि मेंस के लिए भी क्या रिलेवेंस है, मतलब अ पार्ट ऑफ इट. तो सर प्लीज, क्योंकि वर्ल्ड ज्योग्राफी, फिजिकल ज्योग्राफी, वो सारे चीजें जितने हैं, दैट यू कैन शेयर योर थॉट्स, and then I will ask a student to ask question on world geography. Then I'll go to the other aspect, Indian geography, physical geography. We'll go one by one, sir. तो पहला हम लोग वर्ल्ड ज्योग्राफी स्टार्ट करते हैं सर, कि वर्ल्ड ज्योग्राफी का क्या रेलेवेंस है प्रीलिम्स एग्जाम के लिए, और क्या क्या ऐसे एक्सपेक्टेड टॉपिक्स हैं जहाँ क्वेश्चन आ सकता है.
Yes, sir. For that one, sir, I would like to request you to share, I mean,
Yes
to
sir, I've
make
done,
me
sir. I've done,
know,
sir.
sir.
I've done, sir.
Yes, sir.
I've
I'm
done, sir.
sharing my screen, sir.
Yes sir. Yes sir.
Let me share, where is the backboard or the security slide app summary chat? Mm, I would like to show the screen, sir, like,
Yeah, the screen is, sir, screen is visible, sir.
sir. No, sir, I'm searching for the blackboard.
Do you want to write something?
Sir.
Okay. And all the students who have joined through YouTube channel, I welcome them. Good evening to everyone. At the same time, those who are with the Zoom session, they are also very much welcome to this channel and the session right now. तो अभी सर, जैसे मैं क्वेश्चन जो मेरे सर की बात जो है, तो आप क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं. यू कैन आस्क क्वेश्चन देयर. लेट फर्स्ट सर डिस्कस द थिंग्स एंड देन यू कैन आस्क द क्वेश्चन about the part. Then we'll go to other areas of geography also. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Just hold on, sir. I'm sharing. This is called as screen. No? 1 second, sir. Smart recording computer reactions breakout stuff. Right. Okay. Anyhow, sir, it's not there.
No,
Let
sir, you
me.
can show the image also, sir. By that it can be done.
Sir. I will do that one, sir. I'll show the images.
And
Then.
I'm looking into chat box also. So whatever your doubts are there, I will address all your doubts there.
Sir.
Yes,
Sir.
sir.
First question, as you have mentioned that one, sir, what is the relevance of physical geography? Right. Welcome,
Yes, sir.
students. We had a good chat with, I mean, we both had a good chat, but keeping you in dark. But now, please welcome. My name is JAYAKRISHNA, and I'm a faculty for geography and also for ecology and environment. I've been teaching geography for the past 15 years, basically placed in Hyderabad. But because of the help given by our Neeraj sir, right now I am in Delhi, working as a faculty for Vision IAS in Delhi. Maybe in a near future, I may go back again to Hyderabad. Craving to go back. Couldn't understand the geography of Delhi, the climatic conditions. So want to push back to Hyderabad. This is briefly my introduction. Coming to the significance of geography, just now I spoke to sir saying that yes, geography is very much important for a leader. If at all you are aspiring for any job, maybe a software job or some other profession, whatever the profession you want to be, geography is not at all required. But for a leader, geography is not just necessary, it is imperative. Without the knowledge of geography, you cannot understand, you cannot rule, you cannot bring betterments to the society. Whenever you are not bringing some betterments to the society, society never accepts you as a leader. In order to bring betterments, as a condition, you should know the geography of the region. And so, UPSC syllabus geography helps you a lot. Whatever the type of geography you read in your school studies, school or maybe in the +2 or somewhere in the college, those are meant for academic oriented, where the practical orientation of that subject at that age was not much explained properly by the faculty there. But here in our UPSC, geography is always practically oriented and it is application oriented. You need to see geography as an application oriented one, as a practical way of lifestyle. I will give one best example here so that you can have some insights about why geography of that region was like that. At the same time, what is the cultural aspect because of that geography? If I divide India into two, one is the north and the south, you are well aware of the dietary habits, the attire habits of the North Indians. The North Indians are basically the roti eating people, whereas the South Indians are paddy eating people, rice eating people. Why it is like this? Because of again geography. Even if you go for attire, the attire of the North Indians is the basically the wool attire, whereas the South Indian attire never can be a wool attire, but it is a cotton attire. The people in South, they are very fond of wearing so-called lungis, and within that attire they feel so proud, and they take very great prideness in that lungi. No matter he may be Prime Minister of India, he may be the President of India or the Vice President of India, wherever he go, he went to the United Nations organization, he wants to represent with the same attire. Meaning what? The convenience of the area has converted into a rigid custom, rigid culture. In the case of culture and custom, see this one. The culture and the customs habits of the society are always because of geography. Because that particular product is grown in that area, that particular conditions are prevailing in that region. And so the convenience get converts into rigid custom. The best example, if you see the Western India, the states like Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Gujarat, these are the Western states. Each and every state has got its own attire, especially pagadi. Punjabi pagadi is different from Haryana pagadi, the so-called turban. The turban of Rajasthan is completely different from the turban of Gujarat. Each and every state has got its own turban. Why the only these Western Indian states are having the culture of wearing pagadi, and they feel so proud in their pagadi? If someone is criticizing, if someone is commenting, never they tolerate because they find so proudness. You might have seen even in the movies also. But why only these four states? Why not the other states? Like South Indian states are also there, North Indian states, the East Indian states. But why no other state is having the pagadi wearing culture? Because of again geography. If you observe carefully the geography of the Western India is known for its dryness, less rainfall conditions. When the dryness is there, when the moisture content is less, the dust that is present is much more. The moment once a small disturbance happens in the atmosphere, you can find greater dust quantity that is present in the atmosphere. When dust rises, obviously it will get struck up in our hair. In order to clean hair, we require more water, as such the rainfall in that area is less. And so the convenience is to protect the hair of the people. In order to protect the hair of the people, they started covering the head. That very convenience has become into a rigid culture called as wearing the turbans. And so Punjabi turban is different from Gujarati turban, where they want to identify with their turbans. But the convenience, the people got forget. That very convenience is because of geography. There are some hundreds and thousands of such examples. So, if I give the examples in the case of Arab world, if you see any sheikh, Arabian sheikh, right from head to toe, he'll be wearing only one color called as white. Why only white? And even there is a culture in the Islam religion saying that you should not show the hair to the other people. That very convenience has converted into rigid culture. What is that convenience? What type of conditions are there? Dry climatic condition, rain is very less, water availability is less, and so dust. Whenever the dust storms are there, the dust get settled in the head. Need to clean every time. Instead of recording stopped, sir, Neeraj sir, record on the system. Yeah. Yeah, because of such a climatic conditions, The people are wearing the white colored dress because white reflects heat quickly. The obvious question starts. What is the obvious question? So then why the women are given the black color attire, which is called as burqa? Why? Because whenever there is a dust storm, the visibility for the people will be very less. You cannot see the people clearly. You cannot see the things just before you. Just to identify whether it is male or female, when the male has selected, the opposite color was given to the female. Because as the dark color can absorb more heat, out of more love and affection towards their women, they ask the women to stay indoors, not to come outside. That is the convenience of the land. That very convenience got converted into a rigid culture right now. All the culture, all the convenience is because of geography. And so, geography is a must for you, the future budding leaders. If you know the importance of geography, definitely you love geography. Once you love geography, never you will be failing. It is a subject which will makes you keeping you in the apex of the service. When it comes to the division within the geography, like world geography, Indian geography, why there should be two types of geographies? Why we need to discuss world? Why we need to discuss Indian part? The world geography is the holistic part, which is called as systematic geography. Whereas the Indian part, which is called as specific study of the world concepts to one given region, which is called as regional geography. That is a systematic geography, the world geography. Indian geography is a regional geography. Systematic and regional both needs to be studied in correlation. Then only can have a complete understanding of, then only can have a complete understanding. Just hold on, please. Our sir is calling. Sir, sir. Yes, sir. You got disconnected. Sir, all the students are there, sir.
Okay, I'm just joining, sir. I'm just.
Sir. You please join, sir. Join, sir.
Yeah, let me continue, sir. You continue.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm continuing the meeting, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay.
1 second, sir. Just, what has happened in YouTube, it is just stopped there. There was some network problem at my end.
Sir, no issue, sir.
So, just
You
one
please take your time, sir. I'm even recording this one, sir. You please
yes,
join the meeting, sir, once again.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm joining, sir.
Yes, sir. Please, sir. And I hope everything is clear. Am I audible? Please respond once.
Yes, sir. You
Yes,
are
sir.
audible.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah. Very good, very good. Now, when it comes to the world geography, the world concepts needs to be applied in the Indian scenario. When you can apply the concepts of the world to the one particular region, provided you are having a very great understanding. Why most of the people are unable to get good marks in geography? Because they see the things which are given in black and white, whatever that is printed in the book, like whatever they can read. But what is necessary for a leader is you need to read the things in between the lines. What do you mean by reading the things between the lines means what? You need to understand whatever is not explicitly explained there. You need to analyze, you need to interpret, you need to inference more in between the lines. That is what the duty of the students whenever you are going to NCRT book or GC Leong book, which has become somewhat tricky in understanding. That's why what I did, instead of understanding where all the people cannot go for in-depth analysis because student is overburdened nowadays, so many subjects are there. You need to do practical work for every subject. Instead of you people doing such a hard work, what I did, I brought a simple textbook for both the things. Like one is world geography, another one is for Indian geography. Right now, Indian geography book is not available in the market. It is going to be launched with another 6 months. Exactly by the month it is August, you will be having even the Indian geography. what I did in this book, the so-called World Geography book, which is displayed on the screen, I will show you even in the form of PDF on your screen. But I want to show the physical copy. In this one, the concepts are made very clear. Each and every concept is explained in such a looking language, very simple language. Even a class 10 student also can understand the topic. This is what the work I have simplified for the sake of the students. If I show is the screen visible for all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, if I show the screen, right now you are seeing the a screen which is called as World Geography, right? World Geography is visible right now for you, right?
Yeah, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. If you go through the contents, see the contents. Yeah. As such, normally, whatever the contents you can find, even in the other books, the same contents will be there. There is no much difference. Like introduction is there. What do you mean by Big Bang, and what is the life cycle of a star, and all these things. Then geomorphology, again the same things. The rocks are there. Earth's interior is there. Then you can find the other things like if I scroll the page. The contents, whenever you are seeing, they will be one and the same. But let me show, one more page like geomorphic process, earthquakes, then volcanism, continental drift, plate tectonics. These are all completely as per the syllabus that is given in the UPSC. Whatever the concepts that are given there in the contents, they're all one and the same. Like if at all you are seeing the cyclones, introduction to water vapor in the air, condensation, precipitation, rainfall, cyclones, anticyclones, all the concepts are one and the same. But what makes the difference is the entire UPSC syllabus is given at one place. Like oceanography is there, climatology, geomorphology, then critical changes in the geographical features. What are the critical changes that are present right now in the present conditions because of the climate change? What is happening to the water bodies? What is happening to the ice caps? What are the changes that are brought in the flora and fauna? All they were given very precisely at one place. Then coming to the world social and economic geography, distribution of natural resources across the world extensively, like where do you find the minerals, especially the iron mineral, coal, oil, and the natural gas in throughout the world, precisely at what particular place. All the places are given there. And industries, what are the factors that are responsible for the location of the industries? Here we have even given some of the other things like Weber's theory of industrial location, which is a very, very popular model. If you can understand that model, you can write the concept in your own language. And regarding a small introduction, even to the disaster management is included here. These are all very common, whatever the headings that are prescribed by UPSC, all they are very common headings which are shown in the contents. But specifically, if I take any one chapter, let me take you to one particular chapter, atmospheric pressure and the winds. What is given in that chapter? Like how the atmospheric conditions are changing, what do you mean by pressure, how it is changing along with the altitude. In this one, see the simplest way of explaining the things. What happens when you go vertically across along the slopes of the mountain, where the concepts are given in a very small images, so that the people can understand very practically. Like if you see that image that is displayed on your screen, if that water is boiled at the mean sea level, the boiling point of the water is around some 100 degrees centigrade. As and when you go further a little bit upper elevation, the boiling point changes to just 93 degrees. And again, as and when you go further, the boiling point again further decreases to 90 degrees. Why this condition is there is given in the above image. Like See that guy who is holding more pressure. Like, what is the pressure? The atmospheric gases that are exerting certain force on the human. A fellow who is standing very close to the mean sea level has to bear more atmospheric gases. But a fellow who is present on the top of the mountain is having less atmospheric gases, and the pressure over that fellow is very less. Such a simple, with a simple diagrams and simple things where the explanation was given, so that even a class 10 student can understand practically. If he understands the concepts, application, who can apply the concepts? Whoever is having a very great understanding. These things are also there in the other books like NCRT or some other GC Leong book. The things are there, but explained in a typical geographical jargon and at the same time high standard of English language. Since the need of the hour is making the complex topic into very simpler way. In order to make a complex topic in a very simpler way, I have made use of these images, these small diagrams made out of my own understanding, and I have provided everything in this book. Like, say, for example, one more. Whenever you are talking about the difference between the wind and the air is the one which is similar to that of the wind. The only difference is moving air is called as wind. But the question is why the air has to move. Again, if you see the image there, wherever the pressure gradient is there, nothing but difference in the pressure is there. It is always the pressure that decides the movement of the air. Whenever the air is moving, which is called as wind, it has to move because of the pressure condition. Wherever the high pressure is there, from that high pressure, pushing of the air particles out of that area, which is called as going to the low pressure conditions. This is what the diagrammatical representation of the movement of the wind from one place to another place. Likewise, these small things, the small things always gives you a greater picture regarding the major concepts. Whenever you are having clarity at the micro level, if you take care of the micro level things, they automatically take care of the macro level things. For these small concepts, I have made a small pictures and I have kept before you. And so this book, according to me, is a must-read book for every civil service aspirant, so that the people can understand the concepts in a very simpler way, and they can be in a position to apply the concepts wherever that is required. At the end of the day, these things, whatever you are seeing right now in the screen, on the screen, they are not going to be asked. The application of those things can be asked as a question. This is about something, a very brief introduction regarding the textbook, whatever the book that is there in the market right now. When it comes to your point of view with respect to the exam, the current exam right now, preliminary exam 2024, what are the hot topics? Why they are hot topics? And what should be the approach for them? All of you, take a pen, take the paper, keep on jotting the points. Whatever the topics I'm enlisting right now, these are the very hot topics normally for UPSC. Every year, almost all UPSC will be touching one part or the other part on these topics. These topics are very important. All of you, my sincere, not suggestion even, my request is take the paper, take the pen, and note down of the important topics. What are the important topics where the people, where the questions are likely can be there for this UPSC 2024? First and foremost, according to the syllabus, if I go according to the syllabus, let me take back you to the contents. Yes, the first one, with respect to the least bother about the universe, that will be covered even in the science and technology. Anyhow, I'm giving one such important concept in the case of universe. The mission that was conducted, DART mission, DART, Double Asteroid Redirection Test Mission. Double Asteroid Redirection Test Mission. That is one area where the likely question means what about the asteroids, how to change the direction of the asteroids. That is one important question. The other can be about the gravitational waves. The discovery of the gravitational waves. The discovery of the gravitational waves has got a greater impact in understanding and deciphering the birth of our universe. The third one. The third one is about the LHC experiment. Large Hadron Collider. See, again, I am repeating. First one is DART, D-A-R-T. Second one is regarding the gravitational waves. The third one is regarding LHC, Large Hadron Collider. What is this Large Hadron Collider? This is the experiment that is reinitiated in the year 2023. In fact, the experiment was started in the year 2008. Again, was reconducted in 2012. Right now, 2023, again, they started the experiment. This particular experiment is conducted in the laboratory called as CERN, CERN CERN laboratory, which is there present not on the surface of the earth, but under the lower layers of the earth, almost some 700 meters down the surface of the earth. In between France and Germany, the lab is there. The name of the lab is called as CERN, C-E-R-N, CERN lab. In that one, Large Hadron, H-A-D-R-O-N, Hadron Collider experiment is going on right now. It is one particular topic where the likely questions can be there. With this is the overlapping topic with science and technology also, right? Coming to geomorphology. What can be the important area where the people can go for asking the questions? It is the concept of continental drift plate tectonics. Always. The continental drift concept and the plate tectonic concept always is a very prime and very interesting areas for the UPSC. Specifically with respect to the plate tectonics, with respect to the convergent plate boundary, divergent plate boundary, and the transform plate boundary. Interrelated with these plate boundaries, the concepts of volcanism and earthquakes can be asked. Since this year, we have witnessed so many earthquakes, one in Turkey, Syria, other one in Nepal. The other important earthquake happened somewhere in Indonesia region. Since good number of earthquakes were witnessed in the 2023, probability is there more with respect to earthquakes. They are going to ask the question based on what is called as what do you mean by aftershock. Why this aftershock is going to be a very important topic in this prelims. What happened in the case of Turkey earthquake? The major shock happened. Some houses got collapsed. When the rescue operation was going on, there was a second massive aftershock, which shook the Turkey region again 2 days after the major shock. Same thing happened even in the case of Nepal earthquake also. The major shock devastated the area. When the people are going for rescue operations, the second shock, nothing but aftershock. The second shock, which is aftershock, again made the rescue operations difficult. So in these two events, what is a commonality is that aftershock. So that aftershock, the question can be expected on the aftershock. This is one prime area where the people can go for question with respect to plate movement and the earthquake. One more with respect to same topic, earthquake. The type of fault, all you people might be knowing the fault lines, FAULT fault line. The type of fault line that is present in Turkey region, the slip of the fault has triggered the earthquake. What type of fault line was there? What is that fault called as? The name of the fault line is called as Anatolia fault line. That is one point. And the type of slip. The plates were like this one. One plate got slipped down. When one plate got slipped down, which is nothing but shaking of the earth, nothing but the earthquake. What is that slip that happened in the case of Anatolia? Nothing but Turkey and Syria earthquake. The name of the fault is strike slip fault. Strike. This area is called as strike. This is called as the strike. If I am showing suppose if this is the entire rock, this width, the rock is right up to here, right? It was the parallel rock which was present by the side. It slipped like this one. When it slipped like this one, this area is called as strike and this is called as the slip, how far it got slipped down. This is called as strike, strike hyphen slip, slip, slip fault. The strike slip fault is the one which happened in the case of Turkey-Syria earthquake. Because of that variety of slipness, massive devastation, not some 1,000, more than some 2,000 people were killed overnight. This is what happened. Both the shocks, aftershocks and the major shock, both they are of strike slip fault. Therefore, what do you mean by strike slip fault? This can be a question. Then again, with respect to environment and the plate movement, the type of question can be asked with respect to geomorphology. Is the impact of earthquakes, impact of human-induced seismicity on the environment? What do you mean by human-induced seismicity? Nothing but the man-made actions are triggering the earthquake. Man-made actions. Always man wants some sort of development. In the name of development, he is disturbing the equilibrium of the nature. As and when the equilibrium of the nature is disturbed, obviously you can find the disasters. And so the man-made earthquakes, the best example, reservoir-induced seismicity, RIS. This is what happened in the case of Joshimat, meaning what? The man-made events have created the subsidence of the land. In the case of Joshimat, where you might have heard about Joshimat way back in 2021 and 2022, where the land got slipped. But this year, the question in the mains part, see the question. Man didn't understand the nature well. Though nature is giving continuously some warnings, yet man is doing repeatedly the same mistakes. Like what is a warning given by the nature? The warning given by the nature is in the form of Joshimat, but repeatedly man is doing the same mistake. What is the mistake? He has gone for constructing the 4-lane road for connecting Yamunotri to Gangotri, Gangotri to Kedarnath, Kedarnath to Badrinath, which is called as the Char Dham National Highway Project. That very Char Dham National Highway Project has triggered a very great slope adjustments. Because of that one, the tunnel, whatever the tunneling the people are doing, the tunnel got collapsed. Where the key lies there? The key lies there in the Joshimat incident. Even though nature has given the warning in the Joshimat incident, man didn't understand and has gone for again some developmental works, creating his own degradation in the form of tunnel collapse. Also, nature has given one more warning signal with respect to again slope adjustments, where it is called as the concept of GLOF. GLOF. Can anyone name what is this GLOF? Very, very important this year.
Glacial lake outburst.
Wonderful. What is this GLOF? It's a glacial lake outburst flood. Outburst flood. When the lake that is present in the top of the mountainous region, the moment once it get burst off, what happens to the people who are living at the lower areas? All the people can get washed away. And who are the people they got washed away? Our Indian soldiers. Not one, two, more than 20 plus people got washed away. Their bodies could not be recovered. This GLOF is again a warning signal to the people. Instead, man would have become caution regarding the slope adjustments, but rather what he has done he has gone for more slope adjustments again. Because of these two incidents, the question maybe in the mains can be asked like this. Obviously, maybe even the question can be there even in the prelims also. It's not like only in the mains. Nature is constantly giving the warning signals, yet man is unable to understand the signals of the nature. Explain. Then you need to give all these examples. The examples that are there right from 2013. There are so many examples, so many signals, so many warnings given by the nature. Man still is unable to understand the signals. Yet he is going for all sorts of degradation. And the degradation is giving the result in the form of the tunnel blockages. Going for tunneling means what? You are removing the material that is present on that piece of land. When that material is removed, what happens to the weight that was till now on that particular area? The weight got reduced. When the weight got reduced, the land till now it was under the pressure start uplifting vertically up, which is called as the concept of course, not in GS, but it is there in the optional part. The concept is called as isostasy. The isostatic adjustments can be there. Because of such isostatic adjustments, disasters are must. This is what is happening right now in the Himalayan region. Also, in the main spot, more disasters are seen in the Western Himalayas than in the Eastern Himalayas. Explain. Again, this can be a wide question, a very, very important question. Why more disasters are seen in the Western Himalayas? Why not in the Eastern Himalayas? This particular question needs to be explained in an ecological way, not in a geographical way. Don't write a common answer like, because of some because of some developmental activities, man is uptaking and so disasters are there, whereas such type of developmental activities are less in the Eastern Himalayas, and so disasters are not, and so disasters are there. This is not the answer. What is the concept in the ecology? There is a concept called as carrying capacity. Each and every geographical area is having certain carrying capacity. This carrying capacity can be a question even in the prelims. Carrying capacity is sometimes seen in the news recently with respect to the tunnel blockage in Western Himalayas. What is carrying capacity? This can be a question. The answer should be written in a ecological way, not in a geographical way for this type of question. What is this carrying capacity? Every area is having certain capacity to hold the species there, both the plant species as well as the animal species. Whenever the area is depleted of not having that capacity to hold that number of species by increasing the population of the species. When population of the species keep on increasing, obviously the carrying capacity for the land will be decreasing. That is what is exactly happening in the case of Western Himalayas, where the carrying capacity is keep on degrading because of the tremendous pressure brought by the man on that area. These are all the very popular questions in the case of geomorphology. Coming to climatology. What are the probable questions with in the case of climatology? Always you need to see the current developments. The current developments will be giving some hint points for you where you need to give more attention on. When it comes to climatology, the core concept. Let me first start with the core concepts, then I will go to the current concepts. What are the core concepts where you need to focus more on the conceptual understanding? You should be having understanding of temperature. It is always the temperature that decides everything, almost all everything. It's not exaggeration. Temperature is very, very important weather factor that is altering each and every other factor. All other factors are in the dependence of the temperature. And so temperature needs to be understood in a very, very clear manner. Modes of heat transfer. What do you mean by radiation? What do you mean by conduction? What do you mean by convection? These are the conceptual clarity. This is the conceptual clarity you should be having. If we divide the temperature zones of the world, the amount of insolation that is happening along the equator, if we consider that amount of insolation along the equator as 100%, how much of insolation is there in the tropical areas? 75%. In the subtropics, 60%. Further, in the warm temperate zone, 60%. In the warm temperate zone, 50%. Cool temperate zone, 40%. Subpolar zone, 30%. Polar zone, less than 30%. As and when the temperature is changing, and so everything changes. What do you mean by everything? Subject-wise, pressure changes, the type of condensation changes, the type of precipitation changes, the type of humidity changes, everything changes. This is subject-wise. Practical understanding. What is a practical understanding? The moment once the change in the temperature is there, vegetation changes. The type of species that are growing there, especially the plant community changes. Nothing but the vegetation changes. When the vegetation changes, that shows the impact on the human habits changes. The human habits are completely depending upon the type of vegetation that is happening there. That's why UPSC always will be asking the question like, what type of vegetation is found in the taiga region? What type of vegetation can be found in the subpolar region or in the cool temperate region? And they'll be giving some of the names of the species, and they'll be asking like, these are the species available in what type of climatic condition. Why such type of questions are there? All they are related to the subject, and so they are asking the one. But now the trend got changed. What is the trend? Now they are no more asking in a very formal way of questioning whatever that is given in the textbook. The questions that are asked right now in the present context is something completely different. Like, as and when the vegetation changes, what type of impacts can be seen on the human, which is called as the critical change in the case of flora and fauna. Why the vegetation is changing? Because there is a change in temperature, there is a change in the pressure condition, change in the availability of the water, and so the vegetation is changing. If I give one example, like if you see Indian context, where we are having the monsoonal type of climate, the type of species that are available are neem, peepal, banyan, and also you can find the teak, sal, right? Why can't the same species can be seen in the Mediterranean region? Change in temperature, basically. The one of the foremost factor is change in the temperature. Why there is a change in the temperature? Curvature of the earth, angle of incidence of the sun rays. The curvature of the earth matters a lot, angle of incidence and tilt of the earth. Because of these three factors, everything is changing. When the vegetation is changing because of the curvature, the tilt of the earth and the angle of incidence, human habits are changing. What type of habits are there for the people in the upper latitudinal region? They need to keep their body warm. And so wine is the main ingredient for their culture. Very important aspect in the culture is bread and wine. Wine is highly accepted because they need to keep their body warm. But whereas here, being located in the tropical region, we need not to keep our body warm. As such, our body is always not just warm, it is always hot. Yet, the people are going for some other drinks. That's a different story. But there is a condition. Here, there is no condition. If you can understand the things in such a way, then your job is very, very simple. This is what called as the practical way of understanding the things. One aspect is temperature. So this is with respect to the core part. And with respect to the temperature, everything changes, and so all the core are related basically with the temperature. Coming to the current part. What are the current aspects where you need to focus on? Because student can understand only whenever I give directly the name of the concept. See, this is the concept like cyclones. If the cyclones is given, then only you will be understanding. If I explain in the analytical way, like temperature is changing because of the curvature, and whenever the vegetation is changing, that is having an impact on the human, the people can understand, but very slowly, provided if you again watch the video. Or else you have, whenever you are having a very great understanding, when you are having a complete knowledge about the climatology, those people obviously can understand. It's a very easy thing. But for those people who read this one. Now, let me give a simpler topic, like current aspect, where you need to focus more on. Where you need to focus more on, the first and foremost one is with respect to the Indian climatic condition, not the world. There won't be any question with respect to the world. Though there are good number of things are happening in the world countries, the questions are basically from the Indian aspect. Sir, what type of a good number of things are happening in the world countries in the current scenario? The one first and foremost concept is there is a concept called as atmospheric river. All you know is only a river, that is all you know is the concept of river, which is nothing but the flow of water on the land. But there is a concept called as atmospheric river. Come on, make note of this one. Number one, atmospheric river. Please note, everyone, whatever the concepts are given, you just have a glance of that one. What do you mean by atmospheric river? Next one, atmospheric lake. What do you mean by atmospheric lake? Since it was observed right now in the sense in the year 2022, exactly vertically over the Arabian Sea region. When it is observed vertically above in the Arabian Sea region in the atmosphere, and so it is related to our Indian part, right? One is atmospheric river, another one is atmospheric lake. Related to this concept, there is a concept called as Pineapple Express. There is a concept called as Pineapple Express, which is completely related to the atmospheric river of USA in the year 2023. 2023, the concept is called as Pineapple Express. Question can be asked directly like this one. Pineapple Express, sometimes seen in the news, is with respect to what? And they'll be giving good number of options. That is the new Vande Bharat. That is the new train introduced by Russia. That is the new train introduced by Israel. There are good number of options they will be giving. But what is this Pineapple Express? Pineapple Express is the atmospheric river, which is resulting in devastating floods in California. California got completely submerged, almost all. The people got shocked by seeing the high rise of the water level there, huge inundation, a very high precipitation. All it happened overnight. It's because of Pineapple Express, which is an atmospheric river. That is the important concept in the case of world part. Though good number of things are happening in the world, probability of asking the question is somewhat less. But where the probability is there? With respect to the Indian part. Now come to the Indian part. Come on, come to the Indian part. Though the probability is less, I have given these concepts which needs to be focused on the world, with respect to the world phenomena, atmospheric river, atmospheric lake, Pineapple Express, more than sufficient for the world part. Come to India. What is the greater concept with respect to India? It is the first and foremost one, triple dip. TRIPLE, triple dip, DIP. What do you mean by triple dip? For the 3 consecutive years, 2020, 2021, 2022. For 3 consecutive years, there was a La Nina in Southern Pacific Ocean. Whenever there is a La Nina condition in the Southern Pacific Ocean, India will be having above average rainfalls. And so 2020, 2021, 2022, these 3 years, we have witnessed good amount of rainfall. This is named as triple dip by the World Meteorological Organization. This is a very important aspect. Then, second one. In fact, this is with respect to the cyclones, not directly related to India, but with respect to the world, we need to correlate the similar type of thing with the Indian cyclone also. What happened in the case of cyclone in the southern Indian Ocean? The name of the cyclone is called as Freddy, Freddy. The name of the cyclone is called as Freddy cyclone. What is this Freddy cyclone? Normally, the tropical cyclones, the life cycle, the lifespan of the tropical cyclone, hardly some 5 to 7 days. Within 7 days, they demise. This is what the general trend. But in the case of Freddy, which happened in the southern Indian Ocean in the month of February, it stood for more than 37 days. Never in the history of the mankind, never in the history of geography, in the history of entire our science, no cyclone stood for 37 days continuously. But this cyclone, the name of the cyclone called as Freddy cyclone, for the first time, it stood on the waters of Indian Ocean for 37 days. It got it got strengthened. Not one time, not 2 times, 12 times it got strengthened. It had a landfall. What do you mean by landfall? The point where the cyclone enters onto the land. The moment once the landfall is there, generally the tropical cyclones will become weaker and they get demise. But in the case of Freddy, the landfalls were not one. There were altogether 4 landforms, 4 landfalls. Yet the cyclone is super strong. There are good number of casualties happened with respect to the Freddy cyclone. Casualties were there in Mozambique of Africa, Zimbabwe. In these areas where you can find the casualties were there. That is one important aspect where the cyclone can be directly asked as a question called as Freddy. Coming to the Indian part, the Indian cyclones, what is that current trend? Basically, you can find more cyclones in the Bay of Bengal rather than the Arabian Sea. In the recent past, Arabian Sea cyclones are also intensifying. But this year, 2023, that cyclone which took birth in the southern side of Indian Peninsula, in the Indian Ocean, it had a curve towards the western coastal side of India, to the west coast of India. It had shifted its course not less than 10 to 12 times. That is again a very important cyclone. You need to identify that one. When I give some homework for you, you'll be working on that one. Definitely, you'll be doing some work. Whenever you do some work, it will be imprinted in your mind. Identify the name of that cyclone, which has changed its course, not 1, not 2, almost some 10 to 12 times. Sir, I don't want any puzzle, sir. You please give the answer. The name of the cyclone is called as Biporjoy, which has devastated the western part of India and had finally the landfall in the Gujarat region. Question can be asked on this one. Why the frequent changing of the path of the cyclone can be there? Why Indian Meteorological Department unable to understand the path of the cyclone? This is one area where the question can be there. Then coming to the third one. This year, the important topic can be the western disturbances. What are western disturbances? These are the extratropical cyclones brought into the tropical cyclones by the jet streams. What is a western disturbance? They are basically the extratropical cyclones, meaning what? The mid-latitudinal cyclones, nothing but temperate cyclones. Those temperate cyclones are brought into the tropical areas like India, parts of Iran, Pakistan, Nepal, Bhutan, also even to the country like Myanmar. The cyclones from extratropical region are brought into the tropical area and we can see the devastation. And they happen during the winter seasons, especially in Delhi when the temperature is less than 4 or 5 degrees. The people are under the severe winter conditions, yet there will be a rainfall. From where the water is coming from? It's not the water that is present either in the Arabian Sea or in the Bay of Bengal. This is the water brought all the way from the Mediterranean Sea region. Who has brought? The subtropical westerly jet stream. This is going to be a very important question this time because the western disturbances this year are very, very stronger. We can see western disturbance normally in the month of December and Jan. Jan is the time period where you can find more number of western disturbances. But 2024, even now in the February also you are finding the impact of the western disturbance. Human induced activities are increasing the western disturbances. Explain. This can be a question in the mains part. What is the human induced activity? More the changes that are happening in the weather conditions, the climate change is happening, and so you can find more intensity of the western disturbances. These are the very important, the prime areas where you need to pay attention on with respect to the climatic conditions. And there are other good number of concepts are also there, but according to me, these are the core areas which are having topmost priority. Then coming to the oceanography, completely pay attention on one very important current called as Atlantic Meridional Overturning Circulation. A very, very important concept. AMOC, Atlantic Meridional Overturning Circulation. What happened in the year 2022? This particular AMOC, because of slowing down of AMOC has impacted the climatic conditions of the European countries like UK, like Spain. Never we have experienced 45 degrees of temperature, 45 degrees centigrade of temperature in the Spain. Never we have experienced 40 degrees of temperature in the country like Britain, nothing but the UK. But for the first time, we have experienced 40 degrees temperature in UK, 45 degrees centigrade in Spain. These temperatures should be there in the tropical areas. How comes there can be in the temperate regions? Because of AMOC. This is very important. And the other thing, very important concept with respect to oceanography is the clause that is there present there called as UNCLOS, United Nations Convention on Laws on Seas, LAWS, Laws on the Seas. This is again a very important and the current related topic you need to pay attention on. The third one is oceanography is always interrelated to the environmental conditions. Like whenever you are talking about the coral reef, coral depletion, coral bleaching, also mangroves transplantation. What do you mean by transplantation? Nothing but bringing mangroves from one area, again planting in the other area, wherever the favorable conditions are there. Moreover, the government of India has introduced a program called as MISTI program, MISTHI, MISTI program. And so, when government is launching such programs, obviously the question can be on the brackish waters, coral reefs, mangroves, and the oceanography. Meaning what? The concepts related to environment and geography. This is the connecting topic. Pay attention on these four concepts like brackish waters, coral reefs, mangroves, and the ecosystem changes. These are the connected topics where you need to frame the questions on. The next one, very, very important this year specifically, is with respect to the minerals, especially the minerals like lithium, minerals like cobalt, discovery of rare earth elements in India. The discovery of rare earth elements in India, discovery of lithium in India, the discovery of cobalt in India. And so, with respect to oceanography, polymetallic nodules becomes the important question for you. Recently, the government of India has discovered rare earth elements in the state of Andhra Pradesh. Also, lithium reserves in the case of in the Union Territory of Jammu Kashmir. Lithium is going to be the next fuel. Why? Because it is having such a great capacity where it can store more energy. And so this is considered as a next fuel. Till recently, India is having lithium reserves only in the state of Karnataka, in the district called as Mandya. But with the discovery of good number of reserves in the Jammu and Kashmir region, the name of the district is Rewari district of this Jammu Kashmir. There, the people have discovered good number of lithium reserves. Also, there is a good quantity of discovery of the minerals in the case of rare earth elements in Andhra Pradesh. These minerals are the very important cutting edge, having the importance of cutting edge technology. And so the discovery is a very important breakthrough. Question can be asked on this particular one. This is with respect to the minerals and the oceanographic conditions. Then with respect to the, not with respect to specifically with the, what is called as the world part, disasters and India. Disasters and India. One is pay attention on the earthquake, pay attention on the flooding conditions with respect to cyclones. Then importance of the mangroves along the coastal communities, how the mangrove can enhance the economical strength of the people, and means what economic brings more economical sources for the people. Then the other important one is the coral, especially the transplantation of the corals. These are all the core concepts with respect to India. And finally, the disasters which are related to India. Right? This is a very, very brief introduction to my the textbook that is given. Also, the core concept where you need to pay good attention on. With this, I would like to ask Mr. Neeraj Nachiketa sir to take over the meeting, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for giving the greater opportunity, sir.
Oh, sir, thank you, sir. You have given ideas about those world geography and Indian geography and important topics for prelims. मैं कुछ बस के ये ऐड करना चाह रहा हूँ कि ज्योग्राफी को हमेशा याद रखना है, साइलोज में नहीं पढ़ना है. प्रीलिम्स एग्जाम जो भी होने वाला है उसको अलग से नहीं पढ़ना है, उसको ज्योग्राफी को इंटरकनेक्ट करके पढ़ना है. चाहे वो डिजास्टर हो, इकोलॉजी इन्वायरमेंट हो, साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी हो, इकोनॉमी हो. और इस बार का जो सर ने जो एरिया बताया, जो चीजें सर बता रहे थे इंडिया का कॉन्टेक्स्ट, जैसे कि अभी सर ने चारधाम यात्रा के बारे में बताया कि देयर कोलैप्स ऑफ टनल, वो बाकी से साथ जितना है. इसमें यही याद रखना है कि जो भी चीजें ज्योग्राफी के रहे हैं, लाइक साइक्लोन, सर हैज टॉक्ड अबाउट दिस बिपोरजॉय साइक्लोन एंड दैट पार्ट, देन अगेन वेस्टर्न डिस्टर्बेंस. ये सब ऐसे जो टॉपिक्स हैं ज्योग्राफी का जहां यूपीएससी इस बार के प्रीलिम्स एग्जाम में भी क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं, है ना. वहां पे भी क्वेश्चन डायरेक्ट आ सकता है वहां पर. और वहां बहुत सारी चीजें हैं. सर ने साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी यूनिवर्स के कॉन्टेक्स्ट में जो लार्ज हेड्रॉन कोलाइडर, अभी लेट मी ऐड हियर, CERN is going to make even bigger LSC than the previous one, and that will be very super powerful. Last time Higgs boson particle, that is a God particle, which was found out through the Large Hadron Collider, but this time they're making a bigger size of LHC. That is a particle accelerator, collider. वो बन रहा है वहां पर जेनेवा में. There's another part of it. Then sir ने DART बताया, DART, double asteroid redirection test, which NASA has done part of it. Again, that becomes very, very important for the exam. So universe, one area of geography, जो science and technology is connected है, that is universe, astronomy. And astronomy universe से एक question आता है. There's already, you will find one question asked in the prelims exam. So you should be prepared from that angle. Although I will cover in the science and technology area. Now about prelims exam geography part, what you have to keep in mind is that there are certain topics which sir has highlighted that you need to study, like the river, atmospheric lake, right? जेट स्ट्रीम वगैरह जितना भी है. एक और चीज बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट ध्यान रखना है, मैंने जो देखा हिंदू पेपर करंट अफेयर्स में, द हिंदू इंडियन एक्सप्रेस, द चेंजेस इन क्लाइमेटिक कंडीशन विच इज हैपनिंग वेरी वेरी फास्ट, राइट? दैट इज another very hot topic, very hot topic, like from geographical concept with respect to the climate, that becomes very important for the exam, and you could get question in the exam. उसके कॉन्टेक्स्ट में ज्योग्राफिकल चीज में पूछा जा सकता है. तो सर ने कई चीजों को हाईलाइट किया, राइट, विद रेस्पेक्ट टू हिज बुक, दिस वर्ल्ड ज्योग्राफी बुक कनेक्टेड विद इंडियन ज्योग्राफी. सर ने बहुत सारे चीजों को, सर ने जो टनल कोलैप्स बताया, जैसे सिल्क यारा टनल कोलैप्स, राइट, फाइनली द वर्कर्स वर रेस्क्यूड फ्रॉम देयर, राइट. जस्ट अभी ये सेशन से पहले आई वाज टेकिंग वन ऑनलाइन सेशन, देयर आई वाज टॉकिंग अबाउट दक्ष एज अ रोबोट which was used for looking into the tunnel, and that is a DRDO development. DRDO has gone into that, but sir has brought about what we are going beyond carrying capacity, very important topic, ecology, environment, है ना. क्या पता इस बार के एग्जाम में आपसे प्रीलिम्स एग्जाम में कैरिंग कैपेसिटी पे कौन सा क्वेश्चन आ जाए. एक ऑब्जेक्टिव टाइप क्वेश्चन एमसीक्यू कैन बी ऑन कैरिंग कैपेसिटी, कैन बी आस्क्ड, है ना. तो ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट आ गया. तो ये सारी चीजें जो, अब जब हम बायोडाइवर्सिटी की बात करते हैं, कोई भी स्पीसीज की बात करते हैं, तो यहाँ एक वर्ड आता है बायोजोग्राफी. दैट मीन्स जोग्राफिकल एस्पेक्ट लिंक्ड विद बायोडाइवर्सिटी, फ्लोरा एंड फौना. लाइक इंडिया इज वेरी रिच इन डाइवर्सिटी, लाइक बायोडाइवर्सिटी हॉटस्पॉट, मेगा डाइवर्सिटी, ऑल दिस कॉन्सेप्ट कम्स इनटू दैट. वो सारी चीजों को लिंक करना है. तो ये सेशन का मतलब ये नहीं कि ओनली द बुक पार्ट कम्स. बुक तो है ही, or this book is very good. I'm telling you that for your mains exam and other, you will be really appreciating this book. Sir has done a lot of hard work into that. लेकिन हाँ, इसका जो इम्पोर्टेंस है आपको एग्जाम के प्रिपरेशन पार्ट में करना है. अच्छा ठीक है, मैं एक काम करता हूँ, आई विल ओपन फॉर द जनरल डिस्कशन फ्रॉम स्टूडेंट्स. आई विल गो थ्रू इट वन बाय वन. Those who are right now Zoom session can ask question there. Anything comes to your mind regarding prelims exam, you can ask freely from to sir. Sir will be able to give you answer.
Yeah.
English में
Make sure that you are opening your video and then you please ask the question. Let me let me have the opportunity to see you.
Yes, who want to ask? Nilim, you want to ask?
Yes, sir.
हाँ,
Yes,
निलिम
sir.
नहीं, मुझे भी निलिम को देखने का बहुत मन था.
It will be more effective, sir.
हाँ, निलिम, you can ask.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead, Mr. Nilim.
Yes, sir. So the important topic which you highlighted, is this enough for the prelims exam of 2024?
There is no such thing called as enough or sufficient. In the ocean of UPSC, there is no such words like, enough, sufficient, more than enough. Never it comes. These are
Yes,
the
sir.
probable areas where you need to keep more attention on.
Yes, sir.
Right? There is no such thing called as enough, Mr. Nilim. And take
Yes.
to be granted, in the UPSC, there is no such thing called as enough and sufficient. Right?
Sir, I just want to ask one thing. Let's say this year prelims exam, what could be 10 such topics, like apart from what you talked about, जो कि ज्योग्राफी से एक कॉन्सेप्ट पढ़ के रखना चाहिए, मतलब दैट मींस थ्योरेटिकल क्वेश्चन जो आ सकता है, थ्योरी बेस्ड क्वेश्चन आ सकता है.
Theory based, sir. Basically, the questions right from the in an order, right from geomorphology till we'll be seeing up to oceanography. The first
जैसे
and
मुझे एक
foremost
सर,
is
हाँ सर, यस सर, प्लीज गो ऑन सर.
everyone can note the topics.
Yes, sir.
Everyone can note the topics. Like, you know, what are the key areas where the concept based question can be asked? Completely subject oriented, not with related to current part, only subject oriented. One is about the Earth's interior.
Earth's interior, one can note the interior
Earth's
of Earth.
interior of the Earth.
Sir,
One is
nowadays one more topic is coming sometimes, geomagnetism.
yes, sir.
Can
That
you
is
uh,
the next the concept, sir. One is the Earth's interior. The next one, go to the second one. The second one is called as the drift concept along with the sea floor spreading. Continental drift, sea floor spreading. What are the
yes, that's another thing.
what are the interrelated concepts within the sea floor spreading is the geomagnetism.
Correct, sir. Correct, sir. No, sir,
Geomagnetism.
continental theory is important, sir, because earthquakes have happened. You have told
sir.
that Nepal, Turkey,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
all the examples you have given. Yes, sir.
Continental drift and the seafloor spreading, where the internal concept is geomagnetism.
Yes. Sir, you also talked about coral reefs and all this one. That
will come related to oceans, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Will link to the oceans. Then the third topic can be about the plate tectonics.
Yes.
The fourth topic should be landforms. These are the core areas in the geomorphology. 4 in geomorphology. Landforms, especially the fluvial landforms, very, very important. Fluvial landforms. Then coming to the climatology.
Yes,
the core area is about the atmospheric pressure on the winds.
Atmospheric pressures of the wind. That could be one area.
Atmospheric pressures on the pressure on the winds. Especially the question can be asked on the Coriolis force, pressure gradient force. What happens to the Coriolis force when the isobars are like that? What happens to the pressure gradient force? And what is the relation between the Coriolis force and the pressure gradient force? This can be the core area. Then comes the next area. Insulation and temperature. See, insulation and temperature, both they are completely different. Though, because of the insulation, temperature can be there, but insulation and temperature, that is again very important area. Nothing with the current related, but the core concepts can be asked. Then the third one, the third area is cyclones, nothing but precipitation. Within the precipitation, cyclones, thunderstorms, and the tornadoes. These three are included.
So cyclones, precipitation, and
No. Within the larger topic, precipitation, under this one, cyclones, thunderstorms, and tornadoes.
yes.
Then, after the precipitation, the world climatic regions. World climatic regions, basically you need to concentrate on vegetation. In which area, what type of vegetation is found. Like, you know, even in the environment, you'll come across the concept called as biomes. The biome concept and the world climatic regions are such a thickly interrelated, you cannot separate them.
Right, sir.
The world climatic regions. You can interrelate with the biomes also, biomes of environment.
Yes, environment part, biomes is a very, very important area, because every year some questions you'll always find connected with biome.
The biomes and again biodiversity, the species, again they are related, sir.
Related there, yes.
Such a interconnected topics, world climatic regions, biomes, and the species. Very, very important concept. These are the another 4 for the climatology. Coming to the oceanography, ocean currents.
Yes, a very, very important. ocean
Very
current, and
important, the
now,
oceanic currents.
yes, sir.
One is oceanic currents, very, very important. The second one is AMOC, the current concept. The concept
What,
of Atlantic Meridional Overturning Circulation, AMOC.
AMOC. That's another very important topic there. Atlantic Meridional. There also
Then with respect to the oceanography, the third is coral reefs, mangroves.
coral reefs. Mangroves, yes. And these are very, very
Mangroves.
important. Yes, sir. Mhm.
Again, sir, no need to tell again and again. It is time and again I'm telling the same thing. Like, all they need to be interrelated with the environment.
Correct, sir. Correct, sir.
Environment is a must topic to be included here. Mangroves, coral reefs. Then the last, if I give the last 4 plus 4, 8 plus 11 are done. One more last topic. Include the minerals.
Yes, the polymetallic nodules, PMN.
Nodules. Sir.
Yes.
And right now, ocean is becoming more and more area of exploration.
Correct, sir. Correct, sir.
Than the
Sir, I would
terrestrial.
like to add here, Government of India has got a program called Deep Ocean Mission.
Yes, sir.
Right? And we have a mission for ocean.
Deep Ocean
And we
Mission.
have
That
lot
is,
of that.
again, ongoing mission program that is there right now.
Right, sir. And
So-
there we are even going to use submersible. That we will go deep into the ocean with submersible to carry out exploration of the ocean.
And again,
That is-
environmentalists are raising their voice.
Yes,
You are
sir.
disturbing the texture of the seabed. Once you are polluting that one, what happens? Again,
Yes, sir, yes.
The topics
Yes,
continues.
Pratham, you're right. Matsya 6000. Yes, Pratham is very right. He has written in chat box. Matsya
Yes, sir.
6000.
Yes, sir. Matsya. Yes.
Yes, sir. Sir, you have given that one. Pratham, anybody who are right now want to ask anything? Any general thing you comes to mind? Pratham?
Good evening, sir.
Shreya, yes. Yes, Shreya, you can ask the question.
Am I
Nilim,
visible?
you can mute yourself. Your voice is coming. Nilim, just mute yourself. Yes.
Sir, am I
Yes.
visible?
First of all, Shreya,
Yes, sir.
I'm speaking for the first time.
Yes, sir. Sir, I wanted to ask about mapping part, like mapping for South Africa and connecting to international relation questions, and also for budget and then places in news. So how to go about mapping part of world geography?
When it comes to mapping, my suggestion to you is instead of wasting so much of time in the world mapping, you concentrate on the Indian mapping. Because, world mapping can be done, but for those people where the optional related people are there, they're having great convenience, they can do that one. Just because of that particular one question, if at all you are spending so much of time, then at this point it is not suggested. Provided if you are having good knowledge regarding the world map, then yes, what are the areas I can suggest you. But at this point of time, if at all you are doing the work, going for searching the important points in the world, that is not advisable.
Sir, I just want to add here. Can these people who are writing this time a prelims exam, world geography from mapping point of view, they can look into places in news, like for example, some places which have come in the news, and based
Especially,
on that, yes, sir.
sir, especially specific places. One is Israel-Palestine region.
Right, sir. Right, sir.
Another area of, it's already outdated, like Ukraine and the neighboring states.
Sir,
Even the question was,
what was the ports and harbors, sir? Ports and harbors.
Sir, we'll come to that one, sir. First
Yes,
of all, politically, one is Israel and Palestine. The second one is the Ukraine and the neighboring areas. The third one related to economical developments, like discovery of the minerals. The very important area is the discovery of lithium in the South America. More and more lithium areas. The countries like ABC countries. What are these ABC countries? Argentina, Bolivia, and Chile. These are the three countries with respect to the mineral explorations. Then comes the transportation related, like sir is talking about the harbors and the ports, especially the trade related things like Suez Canal.
Right, sir.
And the new proposal kept before to the world countries by the government of India. The concept is called as International North-South Transport Corridor, a very, very important corridor where the government of India is the brain. The government of India is the one which is bringing this concept up. We want to bypass Suez Canal.
Yes, sir. I want to ask also. Recently, Gulf of Aden was in the news.
Yes, sir. Because of
Yes,
not just the Gulf of Aden, sir, the entire Red Sea, sir.
right, sir.
Red Sea
Red
was
Sea,
there in the because of these Houthis pirates, where the Gulf of Aden, the name of the island that is present just before the Gulf of Aden, called as Socotra Island. One is Socotra Island, Gulf of Aden, Strait of Bab el Mandeb, and the Red Sea. All these are the important places where the people should be aware of.
सर मुझे
Because
लगता है कि एक बार रेड सी पे क्वेश्चन आ सकता है व्हाट यू आर
Pakka,
टॉकिंग
sir.
अबाउट
It has to be, sir, because India government took it very seriously. Not only Indian government, even the American government also is
Right.
giving statements now and then with respect to the pirate activity there. The
And
Houthis,
Houthis, there was the one group Houthis. Houthis
sir.
were at, yes. And
They're
America
attacking the.
is the Navy, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. The name of the island that is present off the coast, like nothing but exactly before the mouth of nothing but the Gulf of Aden, is Socotra Island. The Socotra Island belongs to Yemen, where the people should be completely knowing about this island. It is there in the news quite often now and then, because the Socotra Island is the strategically located island where it is wanted by a number of countries. Even American army is present there, Navy is present there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Basically, it belongs to
yes.
Yemen. And
Yemen.
Yemen. Then also the Strait of Bab el Mandeb is also very important location.
Strait of Bab el Mandeb, yes, sir. That was also, so that's what I'm thinking, that world geography based, mapping based, this kind of areas can be asked there. Sir, one more thing.
Sir, one more thing, sir.
Yes, sir.
If you see the sea that is present in the Mediterranean region, called as Adriatic Sea, Sea
Yes,
of
sir.
Marmara, Strait of Bosphorus, and the Black Sea.
Correct, sir.
That
Correct,
is
sir.
again one more corridor, sir. A very, very important corridor. Again, I'm repeating. Please mention that one. Sea of Marmara, M-A-R-M-A-R-A. Then Strait of Bosphorus, B-P-H-O-S-P-O-R-O-U-S. Bosphorus, B-O-S-P-H-O. B-O-S-P-H-O-R-O-U-S. Strait of Bosphorus. Then Black Sea. That is the corridor. Means what? There's a very narrow path where the Russian pipelines are moving into the Mediterranean Sea. That is the main geopolitical area that is happening right now. These
Sir,
are
one
some
more
of
thing.
the.
Yes, sir. Sir, one thing is coming to my mind. Archipelago, like Chagos, this Lakshadweep. Sometimes you have a mid-ocean, this kind of rift. Particularly why I was going through Maldives issue there, China, India, and Maldives issues. So there, Maldives, if you look at a geographical location, even what UPSC can do this year, instead of asking that India with Maldives and then Prime Minister visited Lakshadweep so that it can ask geography question also, world geography about Maldives part of it, sir. That could be asked.
About the coral reefs, sir. Again, all the islands that are present in the Maldives are the coral islands.
Right,
so
sir.
that is what I'm guessing, sir. Like coral reefs this year should be an important question. Like the port that is constructed by the Chinese in the in Maldives, Maoria port, again it is based in the coral island.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That is a part of string of pearls.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Part and parcel
Port
of
becomes very important, sir. The Maldives one. Sir, Shreya is asking one question. I just saw in the chat box. She is asking renewable energy program and particularly the interim budget that she is asking in the chat box she has put across.
Yes, sir. Renewal. Someone is also asking about the ports, sir. Yes.
Ports, sir, you have
Yes,
replied
sir.
you have
No,
given the
sir.
answer.
Let you again one more add this point also. All the Indian 12 major ports are important. Also, don't simply see the name of the port, like the name of the port, like if I give you an example, like Kandla port is there in Gujarat. But what this Kandla port is called as Pandit Deen Dayal port. When you know only the name of the port as Kandla port, when the question is asking about the Deen Dayal port, again you'll get stumbled. So let us know the name given to the port also. That is very important. All the 12 ports which are considered as major ports of India needs to be known. Coming to the other question like renewable energy. Yes, in fact, budget session revolved around the renewable energy. Because of that statement, even the stock prices of the renewable energy shoot up like anything in the Bombay Stock Exchange. Yes, this is the renewable energy. It's not a hot topic right now in the present budget. It is a very hot topic throughout the world because the entire world has taken a oath of moving away from the fossil fuels. But moving away from the fossil fuels is not a easy task. The only source of energy right now is the fossil fuel, majority of the fuel. But the people wants to develop the other sources, like the other guy is talking about the hydrogen mission. One is hydrogen mission, then the projects like green projects, whatever the solar energy, one sun, one grid, one earth, right? Then also you can talk about the wave energy, the what is called as the tidal energy. All these are the non-conventional energy sources, but their contribution is very limited. And so, complete shift from fossil fuels to non-fossil fuels in the near time period, maybe within another 1 decade or 2 decades, it is a difficult one. So there must be a blend between both the conventional and the non-conventional fuel. That is the reason our Prime Minister is also talking about 50% of conventional energy sources. Means what? Another 50% needs to be fossil fuels only. We need to accept this. We need to accept this particular concept. Like there is no way of shedding the complete fossil fuels in the near future, at least for a span of 2050 till 2050. So there must be a proper blend between conventional and the non-conventional fuels, right? Non-conventional always plays a major role. And in the case of conventional also, not directly utilizing the coal, but converting the coal into gas, coalification.
Right, sir.
Or methane.
You have said very important one, coalification, coal gasification. That is very important topic.
Gasification of the coal and gasification of some other things. Like even whenever you are seeing the gas, right now the natural gas is of two types, CNG and LPG, liquefied petroleum gas and the compressed natural gas. This again can be a popular question. What is the difference between CNG and LPG? Why the government of India is giving more importance to the LPG rather than the CNG? Right now, whatever the share in the market that is there already, CNG has occupied the share. Now the government is pushing the LPG utilization more. All these are the probable questions, right?
Even
These
sir, yes, sir. Even sir, I believe that is COP28, Climate Change Summit in UAE.
Yes, sir.
Where with respect to the fossil and non-fossil fuel, again the governments are moving more towards non-fossil fuel.
Yes,
from
sir.
the water perspective, sir.
In fact, in principle, every country accepted. Yes, it's because of fossil fuels only the climate change is happening. Let us move away from. But on the papers, moving away from it appears to be very practical. But practically, they are having some speculations, sir, like 50% blending, 50% non-conventional. All these things are happening, sir. At least for 2050, there will be a mix of these two, sir, conventional and non-conventional.
Even sir, hydrogen hydrogen mission of government of India want to promote hydrogen there.
Yes,
Hydrogen
sir.
and another from science and technology perspective was asking tokamak reactor. That is a fusion power. That is the future going to be there. Not
And
related.
even in the case of hydrogen, sir, hydrogen mission, it is always in combination with the carbon. See, hydrogen,
Right.
always it is in combination with the carbon, methane, CH4. H4 is there, but C is there. You need to separate C. Whenever you are talking about hydrogen, basically it is in combination with the carbon. And so, again, the cost of producing that particular fuel is a little bit higher.
Right, sir. Right, sir. No, that is good, sir. That is what you have
Sir,
said, sir.
important
Yes.
industries mapping like rubber industry, sugar industry,
Now,
and
this year you can
gas.
go for the atomic reactors in India, basically.
Yes, sir. Atomic reactors. Because nuclear power plant, atomic reactors.
This year
This could be
specifically.
one. Yes, sir.
Though the concept is old concept, but this year specifically, you need to pay attention on the nuclear power reactors in India. Their capacities, how many reactors are there. Focus more light on Kudankulam because something happened in the Kudankulam recently. Also in Rawatbata, Kudankulam, these are the two current related reactors that are there.
And sir, I will also add one more thing. Fukushima disaster, Fukushima in Japan, that nuclear accident which took place, Daiichi Nuclear, that was earthquake and tsunami,
Ah, sir.
2011. And now radioactive water being discharged to the South China Sea. So China took, protested Japan in terms of discharge of radioactive coolant water into the sea and ocean. So that
Okay,
was
okay.
also very important news from environment perspective, ecological perspective, and also connected with the geographical perspective, that area, sir.
Right, sir. You are absolutely good, sir.
So, right, sir. Sir, you can show the cover page of the book, sir. That's what we want to
Sure.
see there. Yes, sir. And even, sir, this one also, image also, sir.
Ah,
Please,
sir.
sir, image.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I want
will.
to ask one thing. Then I'll ask the student to ask question. You may be also feeling hungry also. So, just my question is that where this book will be available?
Sir, it is available in Amazon, sir, right now.
So can you show me the first page, cover page?
Yes, sir. My screen is visible, sir.
Yeah, screen is visible.
Ah, sir. 1 second, sir.
Cover
Yes, sir.
page.
This is the cover page, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is the cover page,
Sir,
sir.
is available on Amazon and Flipkart. What about the booksellers? Like
Sir, it
major,
is there only in Amazon, sir, not in the Flipkart, sir.
only Amazon is available.
Ah, sir.
That-
If I directly type like Amazon, within the Amazon, yes, sir, Amazon. This is the website of Amazon. If we go for simply
Mhm.
typing the world geography, if we go for world geography, if you directly go for world geography, don't type not even the name of the author, not even the publisher. If you type only world geography, you'll come across the book which is on the first one, sir.
Right, sir.
This is
Sir,
the
yes, sir. One more thing I would just, anybody here, those who are in Zoom session, Pritham, Shreya, any more question is there?
Yes, sir. I wanted to know about industries in
Industries,
news.
oh,
Yes, sir.
in the news.
industries with respect to, that's what I spoke about, the nuclear power reactors, right? Basically, this year, the focus should be more on the nuclear reactors with respect to the preliminary point of view. But when it comes to the mains part, the question can be on the what is called as locational factors of industries, specifically the manufacturing industries. Because the government of India wants to go with a in a big way with respect to the manufacturing sector right now. The government of India, we the people of India, along with the government, what we did, we didn't give much importance to the manufacturing sector right from 1950s. We missed that opportunity. But Mr. Modi right now is talking more about manufacturing. That's why the concept of Make in India
Yes,
and
sir.
manufacturing industries are going to be the key feature for the entire endeavors of India in the future. And so manufacturing industries are the one which are very important for the mains perspective. In the case of preliminary, you stick on to these things like, the renewable energy sources, renewable industries, and along with this one, the so-called atomic power industry. Nothing more than
Sir, I would just note in this context, sir, what about agri-tech industry, sir? Agriculture based.
Sir,
Agriculture.
agriculture-based industries are always there, sir. Like, if at all
Mhm.
you are talking about the Jetopa and Pongamia, which are used in blending the diesel, which is called as biodiesel, that is the topic that is as a core subject, we need to learn that one. However, but specifically, there is no much news regarding that agro-based fuel blending industry, sir.
Okay, sir. Right, sir.
This year,
Sir,
the concentration is on the conventional, non-conventional energy sources, the so-called renewable energy sources, sir. And
sir,
industry
Abhinandan.
also this
Yes,
one,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sorry. Sir, Abhinandan is there. Abhinandan want to talk to you.
Yes,
He's
sir. Yes,
talking
sir.
about dams and water dispute. Abhinandan,
Sorry,
you
sir.
can
Yeah,
Abhinandan, you can ask directly to sir.
yes, sir. I want to ask something about the dams and water disputes.
It's a very interesting question, right? The dams
Yes.
and not the dams, but the water issues right now. There are 4 states. Normally, they are at loggerheads. One is Telangana and Andhra Pradesh.
Yeah, sir. Recently, it's going on like something.
Yeah, Krishna Water
Yeah.
Tribunal. The other one is Kaveri River water dispute. Always it is between Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. Apart from these two, you need to pay attention on one recent development. You remind me at the right time. Like, what is that other important tribunal which is likely to be a question for you in the UPSC? This time is the Indus Water Tribunal. What
Yes,
happened
that-
recently? The government of India visited the UNO and asked the Indus Water Tribunal to go for revamping of the or recalculating the water levels, since Indus Water Tribunal happened way back in 1960, right? This is 2024, meaning what? 60 years got completed. When the only 20% of United Waters of Indus, Zeelam, and China were given to India, we are not utilizing those 20% of the waters also. Now, right now, we are in a position to utilize the water. We want to go for more hydroelectricity projects because we need to become carbon neutral by 2070. And so, the hydroelectric projects becomes very important. In that category, where the Indus Water Tribunal doors were being knocked by the government of India. In the near future, maybe by the time you write your mains, maybe the new tribunal can form, Indus Water Tribunal, because of the interest taken by the government of India. These three
Right.
tribunals can be the important areas.
Sir,
Within
what
the
about yes, sir.
within the domestic country, within domestically it is Kaveri Water Tribunal, Krishna Water Tribunal, internationally Indus Water Tribunal. There are good number of other tribunals, but as of now, no much news regarding some other tribunals like Teesta Water Tribunal is there, and the other things are also there, but no much news is there in the current related aspect. And so you can concentrate on these 3 tribunals. And one more that is coming in my mind is the MOUs that are signed between India and Bangladesh, especially in sharing of the river waters. Like the name of the river is called as Kushiara River. You can make note of that river. There is a trans-boundary river called as Kushiara. What is that memorandum of understanding signed between India and Bangladesh? The 2 countries satisfied and accepted to make this river navigable. In order to
Right, sir.
navigable, the river needs to be dredged. And so Kushiara River can be an important question for you.
Sir, one more thing, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very important thing has been asked by Yatharth. There's a student called Yatharth Vedic. He is asking about, he's saying that recently, 7th edition of Indian Ocean Conference, IOC, sir, is another very important body. IOC, Indian Ocean Conference, it was held in Australia on 9th and 10th of February.
Yes,
So
sir.
this month. About its relevance in the prelims exams. Yatharth is
Sir,
asking this.
rather than this Indian Ocean Conference, sir, there is an association called as RIM Association.
Right, sir.
There is an association called as Indian Ocean RIM Association.
RIM, RIM, yes. Very
RIM,
nice.
RIM Association. You can make note of that one. Indian Ocean RIM, RIM Association. This Indian Ocean Conference is the one which is related to both the countries which are related boundary to on one side Pacific Ocean, on one side the Indian Ocean. Like the best example, Australia is the one. But RIM Association, what is that RIM? Those countries which are exclusively having the littoral boundary with the Indian Ocean.
Littoral boundary with Indian Ocean. Right, sir.
Littoral, LITTORAL, littoral boundary with the Indian Ocean. These countries are the members in the RIM Association. Frequently, they will be meeting. And what is the current development in the case of this RIM Association? The government of India is asking the member countries to go for frequent meetings, not in an ad hoc basis, frequent meetings, so that the people can have a very great sharing of information regarding all sorts of things, like maybe resources, maybe the disasters, maybe some events that are happening. And so this can be again important point with respect to the Indian Ocean, which is called as RIM Association, RIM Association.
Sir, another thing, Pritam, Abhinandan, you want to ask more? Abhinandan?
No, sir. Everyone is done.
Okay,
Everything is done, sir.
yeah, thank you. Pritam is asking, sir, what about Yamuna River issue in Delhi due to environmental issue? How it was under flood.
Yamuna flooding. That's what,
Yes.
sir. I mentioned, like, disasters. All the disasters that are related with India, like GLOF, floods that happen, not just Yamuna, even the floods that happen in what is called as Himachal Pradesh, Sikkim.
Right, sir.
All these things needs to be given due
Sir,
importance.
what about the flash flood, sir? Flash flood, let's say this year prelims exam, from geographical perspective and environmental perspective, flash flood is asked.
Yes, sir.
Disaster
Flash flood is the one where it is a synonym to GLOF, sir. Glacial
Right.
Lake Outburst Flood.
Yes, sir.
The same is the concept, sir.
Sir, can there be a question about landforms by glaciers? Can UPSC ask question on that? Like this
Can
lake
be,
and
sir.
all.
Can be,
Moraine
sir.
can be, no?
Moraine can be because GLOF is associated with the moraine. When I say this glacial lake outburst flood, you need to take care of the related things. How the glacial lake forms, what are moraines, why moraines are creating the glacial lakes, and what the government of India is doing.
Right.
It is mapping the glacial lakes every day, almost all. Every day it will be monitoring the glacial lakes that are present in India. All they
Sir,
are interconnected.
From YouTube channel, sir, there is a Pragna Amir Pet, and that person is asking, hello, Jayakrishna, sir.
Welcome, Pragna. Whenever,
Sir, one more thing I would like to ask. There is a student, Akshay. Akshay, can you unmute you? He is asking about a very interesting question. Drawing up
good evening.
lakes. Yeah, good evening. Good evening. You can ask question.
Good evening, sir. Sir, my question is regarding drying up lakes in world. Like, sir, like in UPSC question, we see sometimes lakes comes and then we come to know those lakes were actually drying up. And sir, I have two questions. And second question is like, sir, in how much depth we have to study about river tributaries? Say, for example, like there are so many tributaries, which and there is one main river. So, sir, in how much depth we have to go? And sir, especially sir, if we go in northeast, sir, so sir, there is like so much content, sir, like.
Yes. I understand your problem, Mr. Akshay, because this is what the pinching problem for every student normally whenever they are in the preparation mode. See, basically, when it comes to the drainage system, every student will be having the same difficulty level, remembering, memorizing, mugging up the names of the tributaries. My one simple suggestion is go to only those rivers which are there in the news.
Right, sir. Right, sir.
At least for 2 years, 2 years from now. Right? You pay attention only on those rivers which are in the news for the past 1-2 years. Don't go to all other rivers where the tributaries are. For every river, you will find not less than minimum of 5 to 6 tributaries. I'm giving a least number, 5 to 6. If you take Ganga, there are more than 20, 30 are there. No need to go all the tributaries. But whenever there is regarding that particular river, definitely you should be. Especially the news regarding that particular tributary, not the entire river. Whatever the tributary is there in the news, you need to give more importance to that river. That
Sir,
tributary.
one very interesting thought came to my mind. It's off track, but I think I don't know whether UPSC can ask question. Ram Mandir, right? Ayodhya, Saryu River, right? It's on the of Saryu River. Just a wild thought came to my mind that what if UPSC ask about Saryu River and that part of it there. So
Sir, in UPSC, anything can happen, sir. They want to pacify the politicians. So UPSC may ask, like, what happened in the case of 2019? Entire mains paper was completely of only programs.
Correct, sir. Correct, sir.
Completely of programs, sir. The programs introduced by Mr. Modi.
Yes, sir.
Only the
Saryu-
programs, sir. Entire
Yes.
paper was on only programs. And
Yes,
this
sir.
can happen, sir.
Yeah, that's what he has asked. Akshay has asked. Those rivers which are in the news, let's say, one question which I feel could be there, import the rivers in the news and cities on the bank of it. Like for example, Ayodhya on Saryu. That is
Sir.
one highlighted. But what UPSC will do, can ask other rivers, like match the correct pairs. You're given a
Sir.
pairs.
Sir,
Rivers
there
given
there are good
Yes.
number of such matching, sir. Like, rivers and the national parks
Correct.
and the capital cities are the important cities.
Right.
Rivers and the waterfalls.
Correct.
Rivers and the ecosystems. Like maybe the type of diversity, ecological diversity that is present. So these are the very popular way of asking the questions where the student should be. This is under the GK, sir. Under general knowledge.
Yes, sir.
It should not be kept under the GS, general studies, sir. In fact, this is general knowledge, sir.
Yes, sir. Akshay has one more question. Akshay,
Yes,
you can
sir.
ask the
Sir, I have a question regarding river state, sir. Like, are like those rivers which are like explicitly mentioned in the newspaper, or sir, like there are some species which has been found in that river, those rivers also. For example,
Yes,
there was
yes.
a catfish
Yes.
species. Okay, yes, sir.
Whenever any new species or whenever the river is getting drying up, or maybe whenever his river is flooding up, or whenever something happens to the ecosystem of the river, in any way, if the river is appearing in the news, you should be seeing in and around of that particular news. And that river becomes very important river for you in the exam. Maybe in the case of volume of the water, maybe in the case of Oxbow Lake formation, maybe in the sake of delta formation, expansion of the delta or the contraction of the delta, maybe the new species, everything. One aspect needs to be searched in different perspectives. Whenever the news is there with respect to that particular river, that should be the mode of preparation.
What I feel, sir, this time the aquatic species, aquatic level that can be asked in the exam, particularly the rivers and lakes. What Akshay has asked. I'll also address one question what Akshay was asking about lake, drying up lakes. Like lakes are getting dried up, like in Africa, Great Lakes of Africa, they are getting disappeared. So one area of topic comes desertification. There's a topic called land degradation, desertification.
Yes,
and
yes.
Africa is suffering a lot. Now it is same impact is happening other places also there, like Aral Sea, Dead Sea, Caspian Sea. All these are now getting affected. One factor is climate change impact. Now even the Australia, then the news is about the lakes part coming there. So that you have to study from ecology environment, from desertification point of view, and again see the all perspective. And particularly
Yes,
you
sir.
see that there may be lakes could be part of the wetland also there. wetland ecosystem.
Exactly,
That-
sir. Absolutely. You are
Yes.
perfectly correct, sir.
Yes.
And connected to this desertification, there is a larger concept called as, there's a challenge called as bond challenge, sir.
Right, sir. Bond challenge. BONN, bond. Yes, sir.
Yes, a bond challenge. The challenge for the entire world countries is bringing back 500 hectares of land under cultivable condition, right from desertified conditions.
Right, sir. Right, sir.
And India has shared a major, has contributed majorly, going for more than 26 million hectares of land. What is
Right,
the
sir.
target before the world countries? Bringing back 500 million hectares of land under cultivable condition. Out of
Right.
those 500 million hectares, India has promised the world countries, saying that we are going to bring back 26 million hectares of land. As such, whenever you are seeing the entire geographical area of India, 29% of the geographical area of India is already desertified, sir.
Right, sir.
Degraded
Right.
land. Desertified and the degraded lands are there.
Mhm.
And so 26 million hectares, according to my consciousness, is a tameable or achievable task, because there are some millions of hectares of land. We can bring that one by 2037.
Yes, sir. There is one question from YouTube channel. Funny Indra, he is asking a question that what about the Himalayan territory used for defense projects and its impacts on the adjacent states? So one is the defense projects in Himalayan states, the impact there, and second, what he's asking, what will be that impact on the neighboring states, wherever this defense projects are being carried out, sir?
In fact, this question needs to be tackled in the way like there is a concept called as ecosystem services, sir.
Ecosystem service. Yeah.
Yes, sir. When the ecosystem services are degraded,
Mhm.
but the thing is, the government of India is giving a special package, special percentage of grants to those states, the Himalayan states, for
Mhm.
protecting the ecosystem services. There are some defense projects that are going on, for sure they are going on, but I don't think so where the services of the ecosystem are affected, sir. Because the
Right.
ecosystem services are having wider impacts on the ecology and the economy of the country.
Correct, sir. Correct, sir. Sir, I just want to add on this one about Fanindra's question here that see, when you talk about defense project, let's say border road organization, or let's say we are making for aircraft landing site or something. See, like Ladakh, Arunachal
Like
Pradesh.
maybe Bharat Mala, sir, for example.
Yes, Bharatmala project, and particularly what is very important because of the aggressive, development of China on LAC, line of actual control. So we need to develop there, and China, has already policy one road, one belt. That what China is doing on the LAC part. Now, what will happen? Like defense project, the two things are there. One is a EIA, environmental impact assessment. So what is done in environmental impacts assessment? That there are defense project, national security projects are exempted from public hearing.
Yes, sir.
There,
That is one thing needs to be debated, sir. In fact, we
correct.
can blame government in this case, sir.
Yes.
But the young aspirants should not do that one. I'm just
And
giving a hint for you.
uh,
Don't ever criticize government, no
correct.
matter whatever the case is. Though you
Right.
won't like the government, never criticize the government.
And another thing, sir, which I would like to add here, that defense projects impacts on the environment ecology. See, any project, when you take any project, whether it is a religious tourism, whether it's a national security defense project, will have impact on environment and ecology for sure. So even defense project in the part of Himalayan range bound to have impacts on the Himalayan species there. Like nowadays, all the Himalayan species, and again, let me tell you, Himalayan biodiversity and species again is another area of question in the coming exam, prelims exam. You could get question there.
And
Right, like for
I would like to add one more thing regarding this one, sir, especially the species called as snow leopard.
snow leopard. Yes, I was just about to tell that, sir. Snow
Ah,
leopard.
India has spent 3 continuous years to go for census and came to know that there are 718 snow leopards in India.
Yes, sir. It was just a news, sir.
हाँ
Recently,
सर
it
हाँ
was
सर
news. That could be. Sir, Yatharth is just one question asking. Okay, what about this Saryu River, Ram Mandir, nowadays Joshimath land subsidence is occurring? Which type of questions can be asked? Prelims exam.
in the prelims. I have given the example in the case of mains, like nature is keep on constantly giving the signals, but the man is paying less heed. The type
Right.
of same question, but in a different way, the question can be asked in the preliminary part.
Right, sir. Sir,
Like,
yes, sir.
yes,
And one
yes.
more thing, I said that cities can be asked, river on the bank of the city. That could
Yes,
be
sir.
with other areas can be asked there.
That is for sure, sir, because the people needs to be aware of what are the cities that are located on the bank. So that is
Right,
related to
right.
GK, sir. General knowledge. The people
General knowledge.
right from the childhood days would be knowing all those things, sir. And so
Okay.
no much stress needs to be given. So the people will be reading those things, sir.
Right, sir.
One is river and the banks of the cities, river and the national park, river and the wildlife sanctuary, river and the specific species that is living in that area. All these things. And when it comes to the question of Mr. Someone, whatever the guy has asked the question. Sir. Regarding that particular land subsidence in the Joshimath and the disasters that are happening, what type of questions you can expect is just now in the beginning of the session I explained the terminology that are there in the in the ecological studies, like carrying capacity of the Himalayas, limiting factors that are present there, and the species depletion of the biodiversity. This type of questions can be there in the preliminary points. And one more very important idea that come in my mind is what happened recently in the Dal Lake of Jammu Kashmir. An invasive alien species was discovered. In the Dal Lake of Kashmir, invasive alien species was discovered. This invasive alien species belongs to North America. Doesn't belongs to India. How it came, we don't know. But that particular carnivore fish was discovered, and the ecologist of Jammu Kashmir caught that one, killed that carnivore fish. The name of that invasive alien species is alligator garfish.
Yes,
This
sir.
type of invasive alien species can be asked, sir.
Very important name, sir. You have given alligator, garfish, and
Sir.
that Dal Lake. This is very, very important. It could be a question in the exam.
So Dal
Sir,
Lake can be a question.
yes, Dal Lake
Invasive
can.
alien species can be a question.
Right, sir.
Alligator gar can be a question.
Right, sir.
And also recently the chief wildlife warden of Kaziranga National Park has submitted a report to the government of India saying that in Kaziranga National Park of Assam, he has discovered not less than 20 invasive alien species.
Right, sir. Right, sir. Right, sir.
So that
Is a-
also is a important news, and these are related to the ecological things, sir.
No, the invasive alien species is very important topic, and what you have said, Kaziranga, then
Sir.
Dal become very important. Sir, one Faninder is asking a question. Any question of cooperative farming and its potential with corporate touch?
These are all the core areas, sir. Maybe or may not be there, sir. But specifically current related, I doubt, sir.
Okay,
Maybe accidentally it may come, sir.
right, sir. Sir, Ajay, I'll just ask other people in Zoom session. Vandami, how are you, Vandami? Sir, I'll introduce you, Vandami. He is a student of mine from
Good, sir.
from FT Plus Kolkata. And
Okay.
sir, he's from Meghalaya, sir. He's from Meghalaya. He's a Meghalaya. Very, very nice. He's such a nice student. And I always remember Vandami. He's from Meghalaya, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Hello,
sir.
Mr.
Hi, sir.
Vandame.
How are you, sir?
Fine, Mr.
Hi, sir. I'm good,
And
sir. Are you good, sir?
come again, please.
Sir, I said, are you good, sir? How is your health and all?
Yeah, I'm good, Mr. Vandame. And which part of Meghalaya you're from, Vandame?
Sir, I'm from Jayantia Hills, sir.
Jayantia Hills. Okay.
Yes, sir.
What is the name of that town or city you're living in?
Or in actually in a Cleveland city, but my town is in Sutanga village.
Sukna Village. Okay. In fact, why
Have
I'm
you
asking,
been?
I'm not been like, and I stayed for more than 2 years there.
Oh, okay, sir.
We had a long time, sir.
Okay, sir.
I am having good friends there in Khasi, where the Jowai area is there. Shillong,
Yes,
in
sir.
Shillong, the Jowai area is there. And got good friends even in Tura
Yes,
Yes,
of
yes.
sir. Purang, Garo
Garo
Hills.
region. Uh-huh.
Yes, sir.
That's why I asked, no? You are from JTA Hills. Okay. A little far from Shillong, so don't have much
It's far.
knowledge about JTA Hills.
So 2 years is a very
How
long
are you,
time, sir.
sir? Neeraj?
Yes, sir. I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Good.
You're
Nice to
good.
meet you, sir.
And
We miss you, sir, in Apti Plus.
yeah, I will be coming to Kolkata to complete my syllabus. Already, I have discussed with the management also there. And uh, you all are preparing very well now, studying very well. And sir, I'll tell you about
Sir,
Wandami. One good thing about Wandami is that he's such a good listener. For last 2.5 hours, he's been listening there continuously, sir. That
Oh,
is a very
great guy.
yes, Wandami.
just trying to
Listening,
learn things, sir.
yeah.
Okay.
In
And
fact,
what about your friends, sir? Your friends there?
Pardon,
No,
sir?
no, I'm asking that what about your friends? Your friends who are living there, all your
Oh, sir. Yes, sir.
batchmates.
He is also here, sir. Ronak Mohanta is also here
Ah,
in the.
yeah, Ronak, you are also a good listener. You are not asking any question. So, Ronak, you can ask the question. Ronak, if you have any question, or did you understand everything?
Yes, sir, I understood. More or less, I
You
understood
understood
everything.
everything. I'll just also ask one person, Anuradha. Anuradha is for a long time. She is there, but she has not asked a single question. Yes, Anuradha, how are you?
Yes, sir, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm really good. So you are listening everything there. Are you able to understand this geographical aspect, ecological aspect for the coming prelims exam?
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Yes, that's good. That is good. You want to ask anything from sir?
it's 11 o'clock, sir. So the people are slowly
Yeah.
moving out, sir.
Yeah, just the
And
last, sir. Just last thing which I want to like to add here. Then with that, because you are also tired, sir. One person,
no, sir.
Satendra,
In fact, sir, for a teacher, it is always encouraging, sir.
yes, sir. Satendra, there's a student, Satendra.
Yes,
He is
sir.
asking, sir, Kishan Ganga and Rattle hydro power on Jhelum and
Yes, sir.
Chenab respectively can be important for this year because
In fact, that Kishan Ganga is not on Jhelum, sir. It is specifically on the river called as Kishan Ganga.
right, sir.
The name of the river Kishan Ganga, when it moves into Pakistan,
Yes,
that
sir.
name is called as Neelam River. What happened in the
Neelam
case
River.
of Kishan Ganga hydroelectricity project, the one where the people are calling this one as the hydroelectricity dam that is constructed. With the construction of that particular project, the Neelam River got dried up.
Okay,
One
sir.
of the conditions that was there in the Indus River Tribunal is we can produce the hydroelectricity, but we need to maintain ROR, nothing but the run of the river. But what happened in the case of the Kishan Ganga, where the run of the river got reduced. Therefore, after the completion of the project, Pakistan filed a complaint against India, saying that our Neelam is getting dried up because of the Kishan Ganga hydroelectricity project. Then these people, they came to India, studied extensively for almost 1.5 to 2 years, and gave a clean sheet to India, saying that India is maintaining the ROR. It is because of the less volume of the water that is present in the Kishan Ganga. We can go ahead with the production of the hydroelectricity. India is following the rules exactly. And it is the recent diplomatic victory over Pakistan in the case of Kishan Ganga, sir.
Yes, sir. He is saying, sir, you are correct because Kishan Ganga is the tributary of Jhelum.
Yes,
What
sir.
is
Yes,
it?
sir.
Sir, I think most of things you have covered. Anyone else, or we'll end up the session now? We have gone to more than 2 hours. Now 11 o'clock is there. Ritika, any question is there? Pratham, any question?
No, sir.
No? Okay.
Also,
See,
actually, there is no question, but as the date is coming closer, the anxiety is more. That's why the main issue.
don't worry. Anxiety, you have to take care because this will happen with everyone.
I will
Everyone
close the session with one important note since the people are highly excited. Mr. Preetham and everyone else, see here, what is the only criteria you need to follow whenever you are about to attempt the preliminary exam? Make sure that you are writing not less than 100 full-length test papers. You are practicing minimum of 100 full-length GS test papers and CSAT test papers. You collect from the market. From where you collect, that is immaterial. You collect from whatever the institution, whatever the question papers that are available from the market. But make sure that you are writing minimum of 100 full-length test papers. Exactly the timing should be maintained as if you are writing the UPSC exam. Every day, write the exam and practice that one. That is more than sufficient. Because learning, reading everything is one part and practicing is other part. If you are not practicing, I'm very sorry to say this one. If you are practicing, yes, definitely you will be in the service. Practice, practice, practice. That is the only key.
Yes, sir. So I think, sir, you have given a very solid note, and sir, I am really very, very thankful to you because you spent such a long time with all of us. For that, I am very, very thankful to you, sir.
Sir,
and,
no mentioning, sir. Lucky is, I'm lucky, sir.
And I wish you all the best for your World Geography book. Because
thank you, sir.
I request this platform that all students who are watching this video, please support sir's effort, his hard work in getting this World Geography book. It is there in Amazon and also major bookseller. So please get hold of this book. It will really help you for not only mains exam, but also prelims exam. And I wish all the best to sir from all the student side also there. And we will be, coming again and again with some kind of specific topics. We'll discuss that. And I've been doing in my channel there. And please make sure, right? I've been telling that share this channel to your friends and people out there, and so that maximum people can get benefited for these videos. है ना? जो मैं कहता हूँ sharing is caring. तो वो आप करो आप. और मैं उम्मीद करता हूँ कि इससे आपको कुछ रियली हेल्प होगा इस बार के आने वाले प्रीलिम्स एग्जाम में कि क्या क्या ऐसे टॉपिक्स हो सकते हैं ज्योग्राफी में, इकोलॉजी एनवायरनमेंट में या डिजास्टर में, which can be area where UPSC can ask question. ये आपको हेल्प करेगा. So with this, we'll end up the session here. And I thank all of you. Even I thank people who are on in the YouTube channel also there. And all the future officers are here. Sir Satyendra is thanking you. Sorry, Faninder is also thanking you. And Faninder is saying that all future officers are here and optimistic to know that the country is in the safe hands. Right. So with that, Faninder, thank you there, and thank you everyone who are right now in Zoom session. So
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, most welcome. And thank you to JAYAKRISHNA, sir. He has taken that effort. And really,
thanks for you, sir. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you, sir. And thank you, everyone. We will get back again with part of it.
Okay,
Thank you. Good night. Take care.
Good night. Good night, sir.
And Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.
Jai Hind, sir.
Jai Hind, sir.
Jai, thank you.
Jai Hind,
Thank
sir.
you.